Hi, I'm Michael.
And I'm Jessie, and we've been traveling full-time for the past 3 years. Why full-time and not just have a vacation? Well, in a word, curiosity. We are both curious about the world around us and love to discover new places. And you know, the glimpse that you get of somewhere as a tourist is very different than spending several weeks in a community, and we love finding our favorite neighborhood again and again. We love discovering the best grocery store and having an unexpected encounter or having a conversation with someone in a different language.
Whether you travel short distance or long distance, travel is shown to improve overall health and wellness. Travel makes you feel good. The benefits are endless. For us, travel has boosted creativity, increased happiness, relieved stress, boosted mental health, and shifted perspective. Most of all, lasting memories.
Are we retired? No. We work differently now, though, with time to pursue our own interests.
We're living more intentionally and choosing more carefully how we spend our time.
In 2021, we decided to take a break from our full-time occupations and move away from our home near Lake Ontario. In September, we put furniture and car in storage and flew to Paris. Where our European rail adventure began. We discovered Bordeaux, Nice, and Marseille, France. Explored the islands of Sardinia and Capri. Lost on back roads in Portugal while driving to Sevilla.
Welcome to Sevilla. This is the old town behind us and the river.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And we are headed to that bridge right back there.
And looked out at the moonlight on the sea from the Amalfi Coast. Florence was next, and then we toured Rome. Found the best little hotel and our favorite walk along the river.
Breakfast this morning. Prosciutto with melon. Dad's already eaten his focaccia. We're having breakfast by the sea. We're gonna hike today. So we got our laundry done this morning. Well, it's being done.
we hiked the Cinque Terre and the Path of the Gods.
Well, we made it. And we're hot and sweaty and happy, hungry. Gonna have some lunch.
And then made our way to Lisbon and Cascais, Portugal, before spending 7 weeks in the Algarve.
Another beautiful day in the Algarve. Felicia.
We flew back to Toronto and spent the month of December in the Victorian neighborhood I grew up in, Cabbagetown. It was a nostalgic and cozy month, reconnecting with our children and family and friends.
Bags are packed. We're at the airport hotel and it's time to go. Heading to Puerto Vallarta, Bucerías, and we will be spending the winter and driving back in the spring. So pretty excited, glad to get away and very grateful for this amazing life of ours.
That first winter in Mexico, we spent 7 weeks overlooking the south shore of the Bay of Banderas near Puerto Vallarta. We watched the humpback whales play in the Pacific over morning coffee, and hiked along the ocean through the lush jungle to the picturesque Las Animas beach.
We then moved on to the Versailles neighborhood for the remaining 8 weeks of Canadian winter. This was a much more urban experience with an amazing local food scene and exposure to nearby cultural events. We'd been in PV a few times now and decided a home base here for the winter would be ideal. Our brand new condo in Bucerias, Nayarit would be ready by next winter, and we left Mexico as new condo owners. Back in Ontario, Canada, though, our nomadic ways continued. We bought a camper van, named her Tia Maria, and set off to explore Canada for the rest of the summer.
Thunder Bay, kilometer 886 on the Trans-Canada Highway in the road trip, and having a great day.
We had found our happy place, and it all began with a long walk in Spain. In 2018, we walked the last 100 kilometers of the pilgrimage Camino Portugues, which begins in Porto, Portugal. The ancient, spiritual, and religious walk, we chose the coastal route, winds its way along the Portuguese Atlantic coast and then into Spain, ending up in the town of Santiago de Compostela. We decided that now that we don't have loved ones to support or care for, this is the period of time in our life when we can have adventures together, and inspired us to embark on a different journey now that it was often just the two of us again. Now, travel is wonderful until it isn't. Of course, like most things, compromises must be made. Even the most carefully made plans go wrong, and then suddenly your perfect vision dissolves and you need to reconsider.
We found that sometimes travel is stressful, noisy, and dirty. Putting yourself in an unfamiliar place can be uncomfortable, even unsafe. As much as we like new experiences, sometimes we miss the familiar, especially if there are problems.
Yes, like when you're disappointed with your destination. It's not what you expected, the food choices aren't great, and you're not very comfortable.
Things aren't going as planned, maybe because of flight delays, train delays, or cancellations, even strikes. Your accommodations haven't met your expectations, or things cost more than anticipated. And then there's weather.
Weather sometimes can be crappy, and you're inside for days. Or you must brave the elements and enjoy your tour or hike anyway.
Missing loved ones is hard.
Yeah, it's no fun missing out on special occasions. You end up feeling very left out, and being absent can make you feel guilty.
Very guilty. And then absence of friends. It can be difficult to make new friends and engage in group gatherings when you're always moving on.
There's culture shock. Lifestyles and perspectives that are so different from our own can become tiresome. Food very different from what we're used to can be a downer after a while.
Then you have luggage. Luggage can become lost, delayed, or damaged. Each one happened to us. Our suitcase split open on the plane and we needed to duct tape it until we got home. And then transporting our luggage and making allowances for it was always a challenge, whether it was tight, windy stairs, cobblestone streets, or a day of travel. Being able to lift and carry your own luggage easily is key.
And there's navigation. The stress of navigating a foreign place can wear on us, and sometimes this leads to arguments. Having snacks on hand is necessary to prevent hangriness. And there are risks. Diseases like dengue fever, food poisoning. Food safety is always a concern.
Changes in climate and altitude can take fun out of an exploring and a new place.
And access to medical care, so knowing beforehand where the nearest medical service is will reduce stress in an emergency.
Yes, and then you have safety. Political instability could affect you. Theft, scams are widespread. And natural disasters unlikely, but having a plan and being aware of local risks will keep you safe.
You travel full time. Your life is less certain, but we are definitely having more good days than bad. And while we've listed a few drawbacks of traveling full time, the wonderful experiences and memories we've made outweigh the challenges.
We wake up excited about the day ahead and look forward to doing exciting new things together.
Really is a wonderful life. So, do we have regrets? No. No regrets.